Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing a story time on my first college party experience and how I almost got arrested. So if you would like to know how much of an irresponsible mess I was when I was 15, please keep listening. So I was 15. And my best friend, we'll call her Sophia, was 18 at the time. As far as my social life in high school, my best friend was 18, like I said, and so really all of the parties I would go to would be college parties. I never really had the high school party experience. I think I've only really been to like a few high school parties ever. That's just sort of an explanation as to why I was 15 when I had my first college party experience. Please, if you take anything from this video, just know what not to do. Like 15, I was a little ass girl. What even? I was trying to be so grown. Anyway, there's this party that me, my friend Sophia, and our other neighbor Natalie knew about. Sophia lives next door to me. Natalie lives across the street from us, and so we all derived this plan to tell our parents that we were sleeping at each other's places. Me and Natalie told our parents that we were sleeping at Sophia's house, and Sophia said that she was sleeping at my house, and then we put on pajamas and everything whenever we were leaving our houses, and then we would like pack our party clothes and makeup and stuff in our bags. Because obviously if you're wearing like a full face of makeup and pajamas, your parents are like, why? So we do this whole thing. We're leaving Sophia's house and then we act like we're going to my house, I believe. And then somehow we find a good time to go up the hill in our neighborhood and go to the pool. We go to the pool and that's where we all change, do our makeup, whatever. And then Sophia and Natalie had this guy coming to pick us up, Charlie, and he was gonna pick us up to go to this party. We finished getting ready, Charlie comes, picks us up, we go to the party, and I remember on the way to this party in the car, I had this like really bad feeling in my gut. Like I don't know why, but everyone was so excited, they were jamming to music, and I just couldn't help but just feel like something was just really wrong, like we shouldn't have done that. More than the obvious, I shouldn't have snuck out, lied to my mom, and made a reckless decision at 15, but I digress. So we get to the party. Obviously, if you're at a college party and you're 15, you're not gonna want everyone to know you're 15 because you're gonna get kicked out real quick. So I lied, I said I was 18, which is really stupid, and promptly got a drink poured for me. I think it was probably like fruit punch or grape juice and vodka. Thinking back, it was probably like Taka or something, because that shit was nasty. And so I'm drinking this drink. It was probably one, maybe the most two, because I'm 15, I'm clearly not able to handle my alcohol, so I get a little bit drunk. We were just mingling, whatever, normal party stuff, I don't really remember. But I end up going upstairs to one of the rooms. And so downstairs is like the living room and the main area where everyone is like playing music, dancing, whatever. And then there's like some people upstairs. And so I'm upstairs, and then all of a sudden the music just goes quiet. Me and the person I was with were like both confused, and we're like, why did they just shut off the music? And so we're trying to like listen to what's going on, but we can't really hear anything. So we're like, okay. Weird. A little bit of time goes by, and then Charlie, the guy that brought us to the party, comes up to the room and is like, hey, we need to have a meeting right now in that room right there. We get out of the room, we go into this other room with the rest of the people in the party, and I'm thinking like, okay, I know I haven't really been to a party, but why are we having a meeting right now? And so I'm scanning the room, there's not that much of us in there, and I don't see Sophia or Natalie. And so I'm just scanning and I'm like, huh, weird. And one of the people was like, yeah, so we called this meeting because a few of our friends tonight got arrested, two of them being your friends, Linda. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, the cops came because of a noise complaint and started breathalyzing everyone. Your friends were being really unruly, and so they ended up getting arrested, as well as one of our friends. And so 3 people got arrested in total that I remember. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, dude, I'm at this party. It's pretty late. At this point, it was like 4 a.m. And the only 2 people that I knew at this party are now gone in jail. And so we all moved downstairs, and there's a few people who were close friends with the guy who got arrested, the third person. So they're like, all right, what's the plan? We need to figure out what to do. We need to get there as soon as possible, you know, bail him out. Like, I feel so bad for him. That sucks. What are you gonna do with your friends? And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. And they're like, well, I mean, we can give you a ride. We can all go there together. Like, I mean, we need to get them out, obviously. Sitting here like, fuck. Everyone thinks that I'm 18 and can do that. I'm 15. I can't bail someone out. I just give some bullshit excuse. Basically just being like, they deserved it. I don't know. Purposely making myself sound like such a bitch just so they can drop the topic. And I'm also thinking like, dude, I don't have anyone to go to right now. Like, the only person that I know at this party is Charlie because he drove us here, but I had just met him that night. This is like a random dude to me. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to like go with Charlie. Like, I don't really have an option. And before I get into what happened whenever me and Charlie left, I would just like to say that the reason why the cops didn't go upstairs and check around like they're supposed to is because whenever they came in, Charlie was walking down the stairs as me and a few people were still upstairs, having no idea that the cops came in. And the cop asked him, are you the last one from upstairs? And Charlie just went, yeah, I'm the last one. And so they didn't check upstairs. That was super clutch because getting arrested at 15 is just, ooh, not a good look. Very, 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 very glad that that did not happen to me. Sucks that it happened to Sophia and Natalie though. So moving on to me and Charlie leaving. It's just like, all right, well, what now? I don't know. It's also way too early to even go home. I wake up at noon at this point in my life on the weekends. I'm not gonna go home at 6 a.m. That's gonna be so sus. Charlie decides that he wants to go to Waffle House because he's like, we should eat something, we've been drinking, whatever. And so he buys me a waffle, tries to give me the waffle. I'm like, dude, I'm really not having this right now. My friend's in jail, I'm hungover. I just wanted to sleep. Eventually we leave the Waffle House after he's done eating. I think I even called one of my friends and I was like, hey, I know it's super early and you probably don't know either, but my friends got arrested. Like, what the fuck do I do? And she's like, I don't know, bitch, I'm your age. And so me and Charlie are in the car and he's like, well, what do you want to do in the meantime? And I'm like, dude, I'm so tired. I was getting angry, sleepy, slangry. I was getting fucking slangry. So he goes into this like parking lot and he parks there. That's a lot of parks. He goes to this park and parks there. He parks at the park. I'm kind of just, you know, resting my head in the car and sleeping there for a while. I think I probably fell asleep and more time went by than I thought. Whenever he woke me up, I felt like I had been asleep for 10 minutes. He wakes me up and he's like, all right, well, I'm not sleeping, so I'm just like bored. And so I'm like, okay, well, I don't really have anywhere to go and I can't go home yet. And so he's like, okay, well, we can just go to my house. And I'm like, your house? This guy was 21 at this time. If I was actually 18, 21 wouldn't be that fucking old. But at 15, he was 6 years older than me. Oh my god, this guy has a house. He wants me to go there. I'm gonna die. Like, that was my thought process. And so I'm like, your house? Like, your house? Or parents? Or like, is it your house? Or is anyone else there? And he was like, yeah, my dad and my sister and my baby nephew are home. And so I was like, okay, we got a parent, we got a sister, and we got a baby. Odds are this is still a really stupid and irresponsible decision, but do I have a fucking option? No. I took the chance. I trusted that my friends had good judgment when it came to friends. They were the ones who knew Charlie, so I was like, okay, whatever. We go to his house, and again, I'm exhausted. We go into Charlie's room. At this point, it's like 8 a.m. I go to his bed, but instead of just getting under the covers, I went to the foot of the bed and lay horizontally on it, and then just pulled the covers from the top over me. Don't fuck with me right now. I'm just trying to sleep, and I'm not trying to have you crawl into your bed with me while I'm in your bed, okay? Just let me sleep. I sleep there for a little while. I don't really know how long. And then Charlie wakes me up and he's like, come here, come here. I'm so angry at this point. I'm like, why are you waking me up? I hate being woken up, by the way. So I get up, he walks me to the window. He points and he's like, look. It was deer. It was deer, which is like pretty cool. I mean, every time I see deer, I'm like, deer. But like, When you're tired, you just don't care. Why? I'm like, no, this has been a horrible night. I just don't want to see deer right now. But honestly, thinking back, that's kind of endearing that he was like that excited. If you're wondering why he wasn't tired, he was such an insomniac. So then I'm kind of just hanging out there. It's probably around 9:30 in the morning at this point, and I get a call, and the call is my mom. Oh shit, my mom's calling me. That's not a good sign. And so I answer. This is like my last attempt to make the night not be super horrible. As long as my mom didn't know what had happened and we could just move on, then there would at least be one positive, that my mom wouldn't find out that I snuck out and went to a party and all of that. I answer as casually as possible, even though my heart's like, oh my god, my mom's calling me. She doesn't usually call me. She thinks I'm next door. Why would she be calling me at 9:30 in the morning? Hello? And she's like crying. She's crying. Linda, oh my god, are you okay? Are you in jail? Bless my mom. Honestly, I'm such an asshole, but I responded by saying, if I was in jail, I wouldn't have my phone. And she was like, where are you? Everything in me just drained out, and I was like, I'm at a friend's house. I'll be home soon. So I asked Charlie if he can take me home. Charlie drops me off, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna have to explain this to my mom. This is literally the worst outcome that could have happened. And so I get there and I walk up, and the garage door is open, and there standing is both my mom and Sophia's mom. Oh fuck. So apparently what had happened, Sophia was 18 but Natalie was 17, and so her parents had to be contacted. And so whenever her parents were contacted, they called Sophia's parents being like, hey, Natalie was arrested. Was Sophia arrested? Because they were supposed to be together last night. Sophia's parents call my mom and they're like, hey, Linda, Natalie, and Sophia were together last night, and I think that Linda got arrested. So my mom starts hyperventilating, freaking out, only to find out that I didn't get arrested, but Sophia and Natalie actually did. I get there, I have to explain to them that I was upstairs, someone covered for me, which is how I didn't get arrested. As for their story, I don't know how they really got arrested. I think that I was honest, and I did tell my mom that I'd had like a beverage or something. Pretty much it. And then I sort of just had to peace out because I was exhausted and went straight to my room. And that is the story of my first college experience. My mom did not trust me for a very, very long time after that. That was probably the beginning of my demise for liquor now, because nowadays I can't really drink liquor because I was trying to be grown in high school. The people at that party did end up finding out my actual age, which was really embarrassing, and they wanted nothing to do with me. Natalie and Sophia ended up being on probation, and me and Charlie ended up being pretty good friends. I know that this was like a whole party story or whatever, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna tell another story with Charlie. So I did just want to say big shout out, because Charlie was honestly like such a big character in this, considering his whole role was just helping me, making sure I didn't get arrested. I really don't mean to be a downer, but it's just life. Charlie has actually passed away at this point, so I do just want to have a little shout out because you were a really good friend that night, Charlie. I'm really glad that I met you, and I hope that you're having a good time wherever you are. But anyway, going away from the sad stuff, that's it. Please like and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye! No, we're gonna be right here. No, we're gonna be right here. No, listen to me. We're gonna be right here. Oh, it's still there. There's a weird shadow on my face. I don't know how to eliminate that. I did my makeup just for this video, so now I'm gonna take pictures, or else it's a waste. And they're probably gonna go on my Instagram gonna be in the next slide.
Y'all act like you never seen a white person before. Jaws all on the floor like Pam, like Tommy just burst in the door.